Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Willpower Cup and let's see if we can get some wins. We're going to be using the Overqwil with the Mandibuzz and the Shadow Drapion in the back. So far we're going to stay in because we are playing an ABA poison team. We're going to be able to get an early shield. Interesting. Our opponent does go for the Arrow Ace. We're going to be able to tank the next move. And then we're going to throw our own Ice Beam right afterwards. This is going to get some huge damage, so we're going to fire off the Aquatail right afterwards. And it does get them low red, but they are able to survive and farm us down. So we're going to go into our Mandibuzz as well. We're going to see the Quillfish come in, so they're basically maybe weak to that Mandibuzz. So we're going to switch out. We do tank the Aquatail. We're going to fire off our own Aquatail as soon as we have it. Looks like they're going to shield, so they did not want to see their Aquatail go to waste, but we're going to let it go. We see the Drapion come in, so we know we have to use this shield to perfection. They had double poisons. Looks like we are going to have to tank this move. Okay, ends up being the Aquatail. How many Arrow Aces will it take to take down this Drapion? Looks like at least 2 and potential farm down. Okay, they don't allow us to farm down. They're gonna go straight into their Quillfish. They're gonna throw this or they go for the Ice Beam actually, so they are gonna be able to win that game. GG's Drapion. It ended up being an ABB poison type versus our ABA poison type. All right, we got the Overqwil versus the Greninja. This matchup here is more favorable towards the Greninja. They go for the bait though. So early bait is going to allow us to have a opening to win this matchup. They do decide to shield though. So this right here is going to be just chip damage. They're going to have another opportunity to throw another move. They go for the other Night Slash. So that also does not take us out. We do grab 2 shields early. We're going to go into our Greninja here. They do have a ton of energy though, so we are going to shield once and look for the energy advantage. They do decide to switch into their Mandibuzz, so whatever they have in the back did not want to see this Mandibuzz. So far they revealed double dark. Surely there's like a poison type in the back, right? We're going to go for this Aquatail to try to get them in farm down range or potentially KO. Let's see if we're gonna okay, there is the poison right there. We see the opposing Drapion coming with the not the Drapion, the Skuntank coming with the health advantage. They're gonna be able to fire off a move. We do shield that and we do get debuffed, unfortunately. So we're gonna try to take this out, and we do take it out, and we see the Greninja come back in. We are able to farm it down, and now we have to beat this Mandibuzz with our Mandibuzz and a sliver of health on both of our remaining Pokemon. We do get to another arrow. Is it enough for the KO? Yes, it is. So GG's to our opponent, able to win the game, luckily with our Mandibuzz, taking out our opposing Mandibuzz and getting some farm with their poison types. Interesting team. All right, we got the Overqwil versus the Drapion. This is actually kind of an okay matchup. We're going to let the first one go. We both can survive it. They should know that. We're gonna see this come down to CAP. Okay, they decide to try to catch a move, but we actually are gonna throw a move here so we can get some good chip damage and then go into our own Mandibuzz. Our Mandibuzz here has a clear health advantage, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of energy. Okay, they do win the CAP tie. Now we're going to go for this farm down. Hopefully we need to come out with some energy, I think. Okay, they don't allow us to get the farm down. They go straight into their Drapion. Drapion has a good amount of energy. They're going to fire off the Aquatail, and they get to another Aquatail just like that. We're going to throw one fast move and then fire off this Arrow Ace. It does take out the Drapion. Let's see what they come back in here with. Ooh, Greninja in the back is going to be very interesting. We do get the shield, and now we have to make a call. Do we think this is going to be a bait or is going to be the Hydro Cannon? We decided to shield it up. They decided to go for the Hydro Cannon, so that was a good shield. We're going to fire off another Aqua Tail. Trying to get to another Aqua Tail on weird timing, but they are going to fire off another Hydro Cannon. So we have to try to farm down with something. We're going to go into our Mandibuzz here, trying to get this farm down. Okay, our opponent does reach a move. We're going to have to shield here just to take it out. This Mandibuzz is going to have to shield anyways, and then we're going to be racing to the move, and we get to the Aqua Tail before they can get to their move. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game versus the Mandibuzz and the Greninja right there. The key was to taking out that Greninja. The Greninja would have been problematic if we didn't have taken it out. All right, next game, let's see if we can get another win here. We're going to have the Overqwil versus Claydol. Terrible. But we're going to stay in and just deal as much damage as possible, as we are ABA weak to the Claydol. We are going to let this go and then come in with our Mandibuzz. Let's see if they decide to switch out or are they going to stay in. Okay, they're going to stay in and throw a move here. Ends up being the Scorching Sand. So what do they have? The Shadow Ball version? We're going to let this go as well because Scorching Sand is not going to deal much towards his Mandibuzz. So we're going to Aerial Ace undercharge there. We do get the farm down, anticipating a fairy. There's the fairy, and they counter swap into their Mandibuzz. So we know exactly what they have in the back. This is going to come down to baiting or shield usage. We're going to fire off a shield as well because we are dealing some good damage considering all things. Aerial Aqua Tail does get used. They tank it. We go for another Aqua Tail immediately. We finally get that shield. We're going to have to let this go. And we're going to... Oh, they actually get to another move pretty quickly here. We're going to shield here. And we're going to overfarm because we need to have energy just in case that Carnivore comes in. We need to pressure that shield. We do get that shield. We're going to fire off this Aqua Tail here. It does take out the Mandibuzz, and then we're going to combo play into our own Mandibuzz, which has a ton of energy. Dark Pulse does use good neutral damage, but they realize that we have a ton of energy, and we are very close to a secondary move, and they GG's quit. So well played by us. Claydol in the beginning, very unfavorable, but luckily our backline just snowballed and got a ton of energy damage. All right, another terrible lead here. We're going to have the Claydol versus the Overqwil. The objective here is just to chip away and deal as much as we can. Trying to get to another Aqua Tail. We do get the Aqua Tail. They definitely had Scorching Sand, but they decided not to. We do grab a shield, so that's really significant. We're going to go into this Mandibuzz with the shield advantage. We're going to shield here. Ends up being the Ice Beam, so fantastic shield. They're going to get to another move here. We're going to let this go. We can tank at least one. And then we're going to be able to overfarm here. Fire off this Aerial Ace right before they get to another move. We take out the Claydol. We see the Morpeko. They counter swap into their Drapion, but they're a little bit late. So we do have the energy advantage. Our opponent does tank the first move. We're going to tank the first move. We're going to see the attempt to CAP tie. We're going to go for this Aqua Tail. And we did take out the Drapion, so that was really, really huge. Wasting their energy right there. We're going to apply the pressure against this Morpeko. We are going to shield here. Ends up being the Overqwil, and we are going to have to chip away at this Morpeko. Aqua Tail does get used with a combo play. Okay, they're going to use a move. Overqwil does go through, but it does not KO, so we did get lucky. We're going to fire off this Aerial Ace, and then it's enough to take out the Morpeko. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.